Hello friends and welcome back to my channel with a new look and new makeup look. Let's roll and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to my channel, and I'm sorry for the interruption because I was not available for quite a long time because I've been busy with my work, but I'm back again with another beauty vlog. So I hope that you're ready to experience this new look and try it on the next time that you try a new look altogether. Of course, not like a new look altogether or something like that. However, we will try and improvise with the eye look and a little bit with the lips and things like that. So without much ado, let's roll. So to start with, as all of you know that it's very important to, I keep throwing things as usual, it's very important to prep your skin before your makeup, because your skin has to first of all clog all the pores and become even toned before you start on with the makeup. And also prepping is important to make sure that your makeup lasts long. So to start with, I'm going to this time I'll add one step extra to my prepping other than the usual moisturization that I do. So I'm going to take this skin clearing serum. This is by Naturals. It's a vitamin C serum. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, not too much because it's very greasy and oily, and I'm going to have that dabbed all over my face. And you can apply this also for your skincare. It's before you go off to sleep, if you don't want to apply a moisturizer or the entire day long, you can keep applying this every after 2 to 3 hours to make sure that you have a beautiful flawless skin. You need to even, it's got a beautiful fragrance, so it will also make you feel really fresh as in when you apply this. And obviously the moment we wake up in the morning, we want a beautiful fragrance. So always make sure that you apply something on your skin all day long. Keep your skin hydrated, and during this lockdown you have the opportunity to take care of your skin really well. So I have applied my serum. Step number 2 is to go for a moisturizer. So for moisturizer, I'm going to take this one that I have from Lotus. It's called Lotus Organics Precious Brightening Creme. So I'm going to take a generous amount of that and have it applied all over my face, over my eyelids, my cheeks, everywhere. And then I'm going to blend. Make sure that when you're blending it with your hands, you're not going too harsh like this or something of that sort. You have to be very gentle with your skin, because after all, you've got to put that face on your entire life. So you want your face to look only better. So make sure that you very gently have the moisturizer smoothly applied all over your face, so that when you do your makeup over this, your face looks absolutely enlightened, gorgeous, and fresh. So all my moisturizer is absorbed in my skin, so as you can tell that my skin looks really healthy now. Step number 3 of prepping is to go for a primer, but I have something that I can use as a replacement, as a substitute to the primer. There are 2 things that I have, and I'm going to show them both to you, but I'm going to only apply one of them. I got this new Neon Strobe Cream Face Primer Base Hydrant Luminix. So and the other one that I have that you already know is L'Oreal White Perfect Magic White, this one. So I wanted to apply one of them, but let's try both. So I'm going to go with this Strobe Cream by Neon, and I'll take a little bit of that. This is what it looks like. It's kind of an off-white cream, and it's got kind of some sparkles on it. Maybe it's going to add a little sparkle on my face to give a little sheen. So let's give it a try. Not a lot of difference, but I can tell that there is a little highlighter sort of a look to the face. It's given a little bit of shine to the face, but I'm going to also apply the other white magic on this. More and more layers of protection from makeup, because we all know that foundations and other makeup products, they do have chemicals on them, so we have to keep our skin protected from all of it as much as that we can possibly do. Under the eyes, under the nose, the face, and yeah, done. So next I'm going to go with my L'Oreal White Magic, which actually works magic. I'm going to apply that again all over my face. You must be wondering that why am I applying so many layers of moisturizers and creams and primers. This is again to make sure that the makeup is flawless and the skin prepping up happens, so that your makeup looks more natural, doesn't look cakey. Because if you don't apply moisturizer and you directly apply foundation over it, trust me, first of all, it's not going to last long, babies. And secondly, that your makeup is going to get messed up in just about an hour or two. So you don't want that to happen. And by the way, there are many of you who sweat, perspire a lot. Like me, I perspire a lot when I apply makeup and I go out. So what's really important is that when you sweat, wherever you sweat, you carry a tissue paper with you or something like this soft pad, and wherever that you have your, sweat drops coming out, just dab lightly over there. But make sure that you don't. You will feel like rubbing it all over your face, but please don't get tempted to do so because you're going to massacre literally your makeup. So there's a little compromise and adjustment one has to do in order to maintain the makeup. So there, can you tell the difference? See, this cream actually does magic. It works as a primer and it also brightens up the face a great deal. And I hope that you noticed my new earring. Yeah, I got this from a store. I think I got it from a mall called Max there. Yeah, so you all know Max. Either it's from Max or from Trends. Okay, so we're done with prepping up on the skin. Now the next step is to go for, concealer. So for concealer, this time I'm going to take something different. I bought this Revolution foundation. It's called Revolution Makeup Revolution London, and my shade is F04. This is supposed to be a foundation, but unfortunately I got it a shade like 2 to 3 times lighter than my face. Didn't realize it. So you can tell how light. That is too light for my skin. I needed to go for a darker. So I'm going to use this as a concealer instead of a foundation. So I'm going to put this back in. I don't want it to break because the formula is very soft. It's very creamy and I'm afraid it may just fall apart. So I'm going to take that with my fingers, not using a brush, over my eyelids. Also a little bit under the nose. And I'm going to take it slant a little bit and I'll spread it out a little on the cheekbone area, on my nose. Forehead, I'm going to make 3 lines like that. The lower lip, that's what you call it. Why am I getting out of words today? I don't understand. Yeah. Literally, I'm doing makeup after a very long time, so I don't know why am I getting tired. Yeah, so that much should be enough. A little bit more on the forehead. And then I'm going to take my stippling brush. This one is by Maybelline New York brush. It doesn't have a number to it. And I'm going to have that blend. If you want to use it, you can also use a beauty sponge. I have this one, so I'm going to show you. I'll do beauty sponge on one side because I've already started on with brushing, so I'll use brush on this side and a beauty sponge on the other. I didn't damp my blood. You know how, just look at the way I got this in an eggshell kind of a packaging. It's so cute. I've used it a couple of times, which is why it looks a little dirty, but please don't go by it looks. We can't judge a book by its cover. So this is a very soft and squishy, sponge. So how are we supposed to do it? I mean, I tried learning doing this by myself. So all you have to do is keep dabbing and pushing the foundation, the concealer inside. That's what you're supposed to do. I took a lot of product of concealer, knowing that this is a party look. So if you want to go for a natural look, you might as well want to apply little less of that concealer. I mean the foundation that I'm using as a concealer. I just wanted to see how good it works as a concealer. I don't know, I'm really bad at beauty sponge. I don't know why did I go this way. I just got tempted to do so. I think the ones who are used to using a beauty sponge, they have to be very pro at doing it, used to doing it, at the same time comfortable doing it, and it requires a lot of patience, and I somehow don't have it, so I'm going to get back to my brush. Yeah. So why is it that I did one layer of concealer before? Is because I wanted to hide and conceal all the darkness and discoloration here and there that I have on my skin. Then I'm going to do one more layer of concealing, that's after applying the foundation. Yeah, I'm going to get back to my buffing brush. This is by this is by PAC, and the number is 252. So I'm just going to gently blend that so that it gives a smooth look. So I have concealed my concealed my eyes and all the important areas, and also got it blended here and there. So always, I just don't keep the concealer on one part. My dog is kind of, trying to take away my makeup stuff because she wants to chew it. So I'd like to show my doggy to you. Here she is. No, I'm not. She's very naughty. What do you want to do with it? You want to lick me? Hmm? Okay, now go back. Don't disturb. So yeah, we're done with the concealing bit. And after I'm done with the concealer, step number 2 is to go for foundation. So again, for foundation, I won't go for a liquid foundation. I have a stick foundation that I'm going to go with because this shade is so natural on my skin. This foundation is by Sugar and the shade is 15 Cappuccino. So I'm going to have that. Oops, what did I do? Yeah. So that shade is pretty natural to my skin, and I'm just going to gently take that and apply it all over my skin. Actually, the formula is so beautiful and light that you can't tell that I've applied it on my face. Oops. Even this is really creamy. Yeah, so that should do. Very importantly, please make sure that you apply foundation on your neck. I'm not doing it now because I don't want to waste my product. So after doing this, I'm going to again get back to my stippling brush. Where is it? Oh no, sorry, my foundation applicator. And this is by Color Bar. The number is faded, so I can't tell, but this is what it looks like. So I'm going to spread this all over my face. So I'm done spreading the foundation evenly, so I'm going to get back to my buffing brush to make sure that it's all smoothly applied everywhere. You know, sometimes when we go out meeting friends or for parties or any outing, and then your friend forgets that you've applied makeup or maybe deliberately wants to do it, they end up touching their cheeks on you, kissing you or pinching you on your cheeks, and then you want to tell them, I know that you're fabulous and you love me, but please help me preserve my art. It's taken literally an hour and a half to do this artwork, you know? So that really happens to me many times, and then their hands get greasy and they make that face. So it's important to make sure that you have that kind of body language that no, not my face. Yeah. So I'm done blending my foundation. What's next? It's sometimes so so many things, so many processes while I do my makeup, and it gets confusing to decide the order of the makeup process. So I just recalled that step number 3 or 4 is baking the eye. So I have this loose powder by MAC, and this is for a bare soft look. So I'm going to use my beauty sponge here at least. So I'm going to take that powder and I'm going to apply it under my eye for baking. Baking is basically done to brighten the under eye look. Just going to take a little bit of more of that. Oh my god, what have I done to myself? What a bitch I am. I don't even know how to bake my eyes properly. Yeah, so I think that's about it. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that powder and I'm going to apply it all over my face, just like a powder. I forgot to do the second layer of concealing, which I guess I will still do because it's really important. And I'm going to take one of my powder brush and I'll spread this, but I'm going to leave the area that I have baked because that needs to stay for about a couple of minutes to brighten the under eye area. So meanwhile, what we'll do is, while the baking is going on, I will shape my eyebrows. So for eyebrows, what I'm going to do is, first of all, as you can see, my eyebrows are a little light. This one is darker, babe. That one is lighter. What's wrong with me? What have I done? Why is this happening to me? Well, let me tell you why that has happened. This accident has happened because I have a habit of twitching out my brow hair. And when I twitch it out, it's kind of satisfying. Oh wow, I could take it out, but that's ridiculous. So I've started to look like a stupid clown because this side is darker. So I have to even that out, and you can tell. See how beautiful the right one is, but the left one is gone. Like it's literally gone. It's not there. So I'll have to darken this brow. So I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil, and first of all I'm going to darken this part and I'm going to shape it out this time because shaping has become necessary for this disaster that I've done with my eyebrows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a slant line upwards and a slant down to give an arched look, and then I'm going to fill the gaps in between. That's what I'm going to do. So there I go. And yeah, so yeah, I do not want to go for an extremely accentuated look because naturally I don't have accentuated brows, so that will make my face look just too unnatural. So I'll go with a little naturally slant look, and then I'm going to fill the gaps in. So now I'll go with the other eyebrow. So now I'm done with both my brows. They kind of look symmetrical now, and this is much better. So however, I have to get rid or of the habit of twitching them out. So next step is to have the baking powder, evenly smoothened out. So I'm going to take that and have it applied all over my face. I'm not going to brush it off to waste it. So I'll smoothly have it applied all over my face. Now because I forgot the second layer of concealer, I can't skip it, so I'm going to do it now. So for concealer this time, I'm going to take a different concealer, and this one is called this one, Age Rewind, but this is a new bottle, so I don't want to waste it, so I'll go for an old one. This is called Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and my shade is Ivory. This is really good, and it just brightens up your face. So all you have to do is twist it like that. So it's going to make that kind of sound, like that of a frog. You want to hear that again? I don't want to waste more product just to make you hear that sound. So that was for you. One more time. That's it. So now I'm going to have this concealer. Oh, it didn't even come out. Yeah, take it, enjoy. Yeah. So as you can see how bright this concealer is. Mamma mia. I'll apply this a little bit on my eye as well, on my upper lip, because Mama's not got rid of her peach fuzz. I have got hair all over my face, and I'm going to wax it out later because I'm too damn lazy to do it today. Lower lip. You got to understand that, lady. It's lower lip, not under lip. I'm talking to myself, not to you. No offense. So about 3-4 lines here on my chin, and I'm done. So going back to my stippling brush, where is it gone? Why do I keep losing things? I mean, what happens with me? I have that thing right in front of me, and I still can't find it, and I know it's somewhere there. There, I got it, Eureka. So just push it so it goes inside. It's important to have the concealer pushed in, not spread out at first. So push in. Like I'm saying push, as if I'm asking a pregnant lady due for delivery to have a baby pushed out. So there you push. See, that's a lot of artwork, isn't it? All women who know how to do makeup are artists. There are some women who do a lot of experiments with their makeup, but with using a lot of measuring tools like scales and all. So we don't, not only do we have artists, we also have engineers who know how to do makeup in a very symmetrical manner. So it takes a lot of skill, wisdom, knowledge, all of that, aptitude. So we are supposed to think no less about ourselves. Am I just oversaying that? Maybe. Yeah, so I pushed it in, all of it, and I'm not going to spread that using my buffing brush, because if I do it, then the brightness will go. So if you need to keep pushing it more, keep doing it, but make sure that your concealer, the final concealer that you've applied, is not brushed out using a buffing brush. Don't buff it, because then the concealer will lose its charm and its brightness. Fairly done. Okay, so the next step is basically to do the contouring. I've shown the contouring step to you earlier. It's very easy. All you've got to do is make a 3. See, engineering, and now numbers coming into picture. So you got to do it this way. 1, little down, this, back, here, and 3. One more time. 1, 2, and 3. Yep. And the other side as well. 1, 2, and 3. Again, 1, 2, and 3. If you have a heavy jawline like the way I have, and if you don't have that chiseled jawline, which I've been desiring, always wanting to lose all the excess facial fats that I have, which makes me look like a minion. So in that case you can do a little different step of contouring by having this part of your face more darkened with more contouring this way. Some of during our makeup and during the baking process, we leave this part a little brightened up, but we will conceal it, because if you brighten your jawline, it's going to make it look bigger. So my idea is to add a little bit more in this area. Instead of highlighting it, apply the contouring and apply even over here, because as it is, this part of the chin gets concealed because it's at the bottom part. So once you're done, you've got to take your blending brush. Where is my contouring buffing brush? There it is. So this one is by Pro Art. The shade is PF07, and using it, so you're supposed to brush it downwards, and the middle section will go backward this way, and this part will go down and then towards the chin. I hope you got it right. This upward, this downward, and this towards the chin. So I'm going to buff all of that contouring that I've applied under the chin area. So you can tell the difference here. This shape, this looks a little compressed. On the other hand, this is all because I've applied the contour, so you can't tell the difference. If I had not applied it, you would have known. Don't apply too much of contouring, because then your face will start to look too much contrast in the color combination. The front part of the face will look too bright, and the sides will look too dark, and that will make the makeup look terrible. So make sure that your contouring stick color is not too dark and not too light either. So I have this one that I use by Revlon called Instafix, and the shade is Nude Kiss, and this is what it looks like. See, it's not too dark and it's not too light either. In fact, it has a slight tad bit pinkish glow to it, and that's what makes the face look even better. Please make sure that your contour is joined on the forehead, because then if you don't join it, there will be a little foundation visible here, and that will look unnatural. So we're done. Now the face looks comparatively narrower, and I'm done with the step of contouring. So next step. Now usually all the makeup artists, they start their makeup with eye makeup, but I don't do it that way. I don't follow a process, because somehow I feel that there is no rule book. There's not a rule book to the way the makeup's to be done. It's just exactly the way you want it to be. So I'm going to start with my eye now. So for my eye, I'm going to use combinations of various eyeshadows. So guys, I have taped my eyes to make sure that there are no fallouts. I'm going to use this palette, some more colors if possible, and I'll try to make my eyes as colorful as possible, because I just wanted to go for a different look, something that's my own. So I'm going to start with concealing my eyelids, because it's important to conceal them to have those colors popping out, ladies. So concealing bit is really important. Don't miss that out. After you've concealed, you can use some kind of a powder, and a loose powder, and have that applied over your eyelid, so that your eye makeup stays there for a very long time. And powder is important also to make sure that your foundation doesn't oxidize. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and apply it in the inner corner of my eyelid there, just to brighten up. As you can see that I'm struggling to have it applied there, because one has to be very careful making sure that it doesn't go anywhere else. Although I've applied my eye tapes to make sure that I get my accentuated eye look. I'm just darkening up the yellow. The next shade, see the palette that I have, it doesn't have names to it, but I'm going to go with a fuchsia pink. And the next is that I'm going to apply the middle part of my eye with pink. I'm not doing a cut crease look, because it's a different look which does not require cut crease, just to add colors to the eyes. So there I have these pink color. Actually, the pink gives a nice pop to the eyes, and the combination of yellow and pink The combination is always awesome and very flowery, very colorful. And I'm someone who really loves color. You can tell that by looking at my hairband and the t-shirt combination that's yellow and red. So I really love. I also like, beige and subtle shades, pastel shades too, but I'm more into the bright ones. Next, I'm taking orange and applying the next shade right next to the pink. After the yellow and the pink, I'm going for orange. And to make my eyeshadow look symmetrical, I'm applying it over my crease line as well, the orange, so that the eye looks symmetrical. So that's where I have orange. Next, I'm going for something dramatically different, and this one's a deep purple. So on the outer corners of my eyes, you can see that I am going for a little shimmery purple to add a nice color and a little darkish look at the outer corner of the eye. And that's the last bit, finishing up with the orange bit. And it's important now to have all of that blended. So we will do the blending properly to make sure that these three shades that we've applied right one after the other, they don't look cakey and they don't look like colors that are not properly blended. So using a blending brush from PAC, I have blended, and I've also applied a black eyeliner and a silver eyeliner on top of it to give a little glittery and a glamorous look. If you want to skip that, you may skip that. And after removing the eye tapes, if you have a little part of a little, the under eye area which loses the foundation, you can apply a foundation, or you can apply concealer there and push it back in again to make sure that your skin looks even toned and doesn't look like any part of the skin that doesn't have foundation to it. Now again, I'm going back to my eyeshadow. I'll take that same yellow, apply on the inner corner of my eye to give a nice dimension and to make my eyes look colorful and bigger. The next, I'm taking the orange and I'll apply orange right up till the end, joining the lower lash line with the upper on top. So again, the same process on the other eye, yellow and then orange. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. And now I'm taking a silver kajal. Instead of black, I'm going to apply silver first to make my eyes look bigger. And then I'll also go for a black kajal. But if you don't want to apply a black kajal, you can just leave it this way with the silver. So you will see a dramatic change in the eye after I apply the silver kajal. It gives a popping out look. But then if you don't want it to be so dramatic, apply a black kajal to tone it down, tone the silver down a little bit, and also so that you have a beautiful accentuated looking eyes and absolutely defined and beautiful and pretty. And don't forget to go for your falsies. Wear your falsies using a glue. I'm very amateur. There are so many makeup artists. They quickly wear their eyelashes, and it, trust me, takes me ages to do so. So I've done that. I've also curled my lashes a little bit, and now I'm going to go for a silvery white eyeshadow to highlight my brows a little bit so they look brightened up, the sides of it. So then I'm done with the base makeup. I'm done with the foundation, the baking, the concealing, the contouring, the eye makeup, and the brows. And if you want, you can also contour your nose. I'm talking a lot, I can see that, but I wanted all of that to be kind of, I wanted to shut myself up, so I decided that I will do a voiceover. So to contour your nose, you can take a contouring stick and apply the contour downward straight. You can go darker, but I'm keeping it a little light this time. And make sure that you join the contour this way on your nose, and using a brush you should definitely blend that. Blending is really important, so blend it all. I guess I'm still searching for a brush as usual, and I can't figure out where my brush is gone. Finally I found it. So blend it properly to make sure that your nose looks accentuated, and I've made sure that my nose contouring is not too sharp and too visible, because sometimes the dark color is visible on the nose. I'm going back to bronze. I'm going to bronze my face a little bit again to make my face look as slim as possible, using all sorts of artwork and brushes that's possible by me to do. And this is how you bronze your face, the chin down as well. So there, we are almost done. Next I'm going to take my blush, and this is a 9 to 5 blush called something Rouge, I guess. I'm not too sure, I can't remember the name, but it's something Rouge, and this is a very dark blush on. So I'm going to take that a little bit, make that kind of face, and apply it on the cheekbones. And I go a little generous with blush on, because I love blush ons a lot. And to make sure that the face looks natural, I connect the blush with my nose, so it doesn't look that we have colors only on the eye, on the either sides of the cheek, but we also have color on the nose. But I have applied it a little too much. So what I'll do is, now I'm going to apply my loose powder to tone the blush on down, because I was too excited with the color, so I have to tone it down now. I did that pretty well. So these are some DIYs you should know, that if the blush on is too much, you can apply a loose powder or compact over it to tone it down. I'm also going to apply some of that blush to my chin and on my forehead for a roundabout natural look on the face. And the last step is lipstick. I guess I'm still wondering what lipstick to apply, but before that I'll highlight my face. So for highlighter, I am just in love with this highlighter. This is from Makeup Revolution, and my shade is rose gold. It gives a natural glow to the face. I'm going to apply highlighter on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, to look all glowing up and glamorous. So that's about it with the makeup. For lipstick, I'm taking the Retro Matte lipstick called Dance With Me. It's a very dark and a bright shade, and this is very good for a night look. So it has the typical applicator that usually the liquid lipsticks have. Definitely this lipstick is not transfer proof. It does transfer, but then trust me, if you have it on for a very long time, magically after a couple of hours this lipstick just starts to look brighter every hour. Something is really magical about the shade. It just makes your face look so bright, and it only makes it look brighter an hour after hour. So I'm going to line my lip using the same liquid lipstick. So look how beautiful this plumish and maroonish and this and maybe a little hint of pink that this lipstick has, and it's so beautiful, and it's highly pigmented, as you can see clearly. So I'm done with my makeup. So please do give me your feedback and tell me what you would like to see. I hope that you love this look. So if you've enjoyed this video, do please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope that you like this eye look. It's silvery, shimmery, colorful, quite different from the usual, so we don't want to stick to the stereotypical. So again, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, lots of love, and yes, have a